Hello and welcome to the history of movie theaters in Fort Lauderdale and Broward County for 1970 to 1979. 1970. The Town Theater in Plantation opened on February 18th. The Adult Cinema in Fort Lauderdale opens on March 21st. The Ocean Theater in Fort Lauderdale opened in the Holiday Inn on April 3rd. The Mini Adult Theater in Hollywood opened on April 16th. The Mini Art in Hollywood opened on April 30th. The Gamecock Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale opened on May 7th. On September 4th, the Thunderbird Mini Adult Theater opened behind the Refreshment Center at the Thunderbird Drive-In in Fort Lauderdale, showing adult films. The Gamecock Adult Theater in Pompano Beach opened on October 2nd. The Southland Twin in Fort Lauderdale opened on December 4th. The Reef Theater in Lauderdale Lakes opened on December 16th. The Gamecock Adult Theater in Hollywood opens on December 25th. Anthony Perrino, a member of the Colombo crime family, owned it and financed the film Deep Throat. The Southport becomes a twin cinema in Fort Lauderdale. The Victory Theater in Fort Lauderdale closes. 1971. On February 11th, the Ultravision 1 and 2 in Deerfield Beach is opened by Florida State Theaters. The Cine 1 and 2 in Hollywood opens on March 31st. The Deerfield Twin Cinema opens in April. The Red Barn Adult Cinema opens on April 12th. K-Art Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale opens on April 17th. The Mall Theater in Hallandale opens on April 30th. The Manor Cinema in Wilton Manor opens on April 30th. The Jerry Lewis Cinema in Pembroke Pines opens on October 29th. Here are the changes for 1971. (1972) General Cinema buys out most Lowe's Theater in the state except those that had other partners. Florida State Theaters becomes ABC Florida State Theaters. The Aries Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale opens. The Gamecock Adult Theater at 1924 East Sunrise in Fort Lauderdale opens. It closes later in 1972. The Flick Adult Cinema in Hollywood opens on January 18th. March 27th, Real Risque Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale. Closed by the end of the year, the newspaper bans the name of the titles of adult movies at this time. The Lowe's Lauderhill 2 opens on March 29th. The Harem Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale opens on April 21st. The Adonis Male Film Club in Pompano Beach opens on July 22nd and closed by the end of the year. On October 2nd, the Zodiac Art Cinema in Fort Lauderdale opens, showing male adult films. The Times Square Adult Mini in Fort Lauderdale opens on October 19th and closes by the end of the year. The Mini Adult in Hollywood opens on October 27th. Here are the changes for 1972. These cinemas closed in 1972. 1973. On March 2nd, the Adam and Eve Adult Cinemas in Fort Lauderdale opens and closed by end of 1973. The AMC Lake 6 in Lauderdale Lake opens on June 29th as the first indoor multiplex in Broward and Dade counties. The Melrose Playhouse Adult Cinema in Fort Lauderdale is opened by the same owners as the Gamecocks on November 24th. KB Theaters from the Washington, D.C. area opens the Margate Twin Cinemas on December 21st. Here are the changes for 1973. These cinemas closed in 1973. 1974. The world premiere of Towering Inferno takes place at the Hollywood Theater in Hollywood. The Pembroke Pines Cinema opens. Here are the changes for 1974. These cinemas closed in 1974. 1975. On August 2nd, the Denmark Adult Theater in Fort Lauderdale opens. Here are the changes for 1975. These cinemas closed in 1975. 1976. The Old Time Theater in Fort Lauderdale opens on February 6th. The Merced Cinema 4 in Plantation opens on April 9th. The Centennial Male Adult Cinema in Fort Lauderdale opens in September. On October 8th, the Fashion Adult Cinema in Pompano Beach opens. The Full Moon Cinema in Fort Lauderdale opens on October 28th. Lowe's opens the Inverary Triplex in Lauderhill on December 17th. On December 24th, the ABC Florida State Coral Ridge reopens with 2 screens. 1977. On June 17th, the Palm Air Cinema 3 in Pompano Beach opens. The Movie Center 3 in Coral Springs opens on August 5th. KB Theaters opens the Holiday Springs Twin in Coral Springs on December 23rd. Here are the changes for 1977. These theaters closed in 1977. 1978. ABC Florida State Theaters becomes Plitt Theaters. The UA Movies at Pompano 6 opens on May 26. United Artists opens the UA Movies at Plantation 7 on December 20th. December 22, Pembroke Pines Quad in Pembroke Pines. Here are the changes for 1978. Closings. November 26, Gold Coast Drive-In in Deerfield Beach. 1979. December 14th, Movie City 10 in Fort Lauderdale. Owned by union-busting Ed Grand, who opened 2 movie cities in New Jersey. These cinemas closed in 1979. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.